my name is Nicole. Welcome back to my series where I am talking about beauty tips and skills and vocabulary that can help you feel more literate and more skilled in the makeup community. I've done a lot of research on some of the skills and the looks that people would consider to be very valuable when you're doing any makeup look. Today I'm going to be doing kind of more of a glam, colorful, fun look for you guys when you go out partying, fully vaccinated after COVID. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first step is going to be to go in with moisturizer or primer. Apply a thin layer. Make sure you get it on your eyelids, under your eyes. And I am using CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion. I've talked about this in my previous two videos. And then after this dries a little bit and is less sticky, I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. Mineral Infused Primer. I've talked about it before too. It's like $6 or $7 at anywhere that sells e.l.f. So Target, drugstores, Walmart, you can find it there. I'm going to put a couple of pumps of that, rub it in. Same thing with the moisturizer, just a thin layer all over my skin. So after that is rubbed in, you're gonna let it dry. And the next step is we are gonna go in with concealer. Alright, so because this is a going out post-COVID look, we're gonna apply a lot more concealer than we did in the everyday makeup. So again, I'm gonna go in and cover any spots I just don't want personally to shine through. And then I'm gonna go in again under eyes with the bags, because we're just trying to get rid of any, harsh lines or pigmentation, just for me personally, to make my eyes feel brighter, because I like that on me. I do it here too to kind of lift my eyes. I have this natural pigmentation that brings my eyes down, so I'm applying concealer to lift them up. After we have all of that on, we're going to go in with a sponge. Again, you're just going to put it under a faucet, squeeze it till it feels pretty soft, no water in it, and then you're good to go. This one's a little too dry, but we're going to just blend this out, which the purpose of blending is so that you don't have any harsh pigmentation or lines. It makes everything look really smooth. Look at how nicely that blended. My eyes already feel brighter. Then we're gonna do the same here. Okay, now I'm gonna blend out my acne spots. Again, this is all just a personal preference for me, but it definitely shouldn't be a requirement. Blending this out. Alright, so now that I don't have any product just sitting anywhere, we are good to go to apply our foundation. So for foundation, I'm going to be applying the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. So normally a CC cream isn't something you want to use for a glam or going out look, but this one is specifically full coverage, which again you can find any e.l.f. product, should be at Target, Walmart, Walgreens, any drugstore. So this one is a full coverage, which is really nice because this is going to have some moisturizers and some ingredients from serums that you might be using to help keep your skin moisturized, and it'll make you less acne prone when you're keeping a thick thing of makeup on, because this isn't a lot of product that you're going to use, but it's going to look very full coverage and very even on your skin. So this one is a pump. So we're gonna pump it on our hand, and I like to go in again with this beauty blender that we used earlier for the concealer. You're just going to put, like I didn't even have a lot, and it's already covering so well my skin. So I'm gonna finish the rest and then show you what it looks like after it's all applied. Okay, so one thing I wanted to mention before you finish up your foundation, two important things to remember. So you're blending this in, again, just like patting your face, making sure that you don't see any like streaks or clumping or anything like that, is you want to put, just as you're going and you have a little buildup of product on your sponge, put some on your eyelid to even that out for the eyeshadow that we're going to do later. And then also to make sure that you just bring this down on your neck, because you don't want there to be like a harsh line of your makeup. So just blending that out, and then this is what we end up with. So now that we've done that, I like to go in with a little bit of powder just to set this. So the reason why we use this powder in this look instead of the everyday is this needs to be set a little more, because if you're wearing this, you know, makeup out and you're going to a party or whatever, fully vaccinated of course, you're going to want to apply the loose powder here. Okay, so with the powder, it looks kind of weird. It's going to have these holes on top and the loose powder. What I like to do is I take the lid and I just tap it in. So you get a little right there, you're not spilling as much. And I take a really big, just fluffy brush, anyone you can find, it doesn't really matter the quality. Tap it in, and we are going to just set it on your face. I'm going to show you two techniques. This is one, so the big fluffy brush is one. You're just putting it on, packing it in. I put some on my chin. And then on the forehead a little bit. Again, this is just because we're avoiding any harsh lines as we're out there. Okay, so that's one way to do it. I like that way. There's not a lot you have to brush off later. Second way is to take this flat end of the Beauty Blender, dip it in, see how it catches. I'm doing this. Got up here too. Sometimes it's nice to do a combination. And you're packing in that powder. You don't need as much as you may think. That should be enough. And then later, once it's had some time to bake, which is basically where you just let the heat of your skin, it's gonna heat up this product and it's gonna kind of make it stay, basically is what that means. Alright, so now that we have done that, we've finished baking, we are going to go on to contouring. So for contouring, I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Eye Bright. This is a product that has a little sponge, so you twist it. Product's going to start coming out, and then you shake it. And we're just going to go see that line naturally where your cheekbone is. You're actually going to go right above that, because that's what creates the depth. So, dot, dot, dot. Gonna go on this side. Dot, 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 and then around the forehead we're just bringing depth back into the skin, because right now we just kind of look like really washed out and kind of crazy. The next thing we're going to do is blend that out. So you're taking like this is a buffing foundation brush. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just do some circles. You don't want to push it down. If anything, you want to bring it all up. So we're going to rub it out and then lift it up. So, rub it out, lift it up, and look at how beautifully that blends. Blending it out. Alright, perfect. And you're going to do same here, circles, circles, and then bring it up towards the hairline. Alright, so that is half. I'm going to do the rest, and then I'll be back to show you what it looks like. Okay, so now that we have blended that out, we are going to do blush. So today I'm going to be using a cream blush. I'm using this NYX Sweet Cheek. It's a very dark shade, but we're going bold for our first night out after COVID. So we're going to use this dark blush. It is a cream product that applies, kind of looks like a lipstick. But how we're going to do this is we're going to go 1, 2. That's it. That doesn't seem like a lot, but it is going to go a long way. Fluffy brush, very fluffy. And we're just going to do circles. We're going to use our finger if it is not blending out right away. Alright, make sure we're keeping the blush on the apple of our cheeks and then pulling it up a little bit above that contour. I'm going to do the other side and then show you what it looks like after. In all transparency, this product is very thick from when the first time I tried it. So I'm just taking like a clean, flat, harder brush and I'm kind of just brushing it out because I don't want to look like a clown. But I also want that color on my cheek. So this is a great example of how you have to work with products. Sometimes when they're not reacting the way that you want to, do not get discouraged. That's something as I was learning makeup that happened frequently, as it wouldn't work and I would give up. So don't give up, just work with the product and just keep blending. That's the number one rule, is to just keep blending and you'll get to where you want to go eventually. Alright, so now we are going to move on to the eyes. So when you are going for a bold, colorful eye look, the brand that I suggest getting eyeshadow palettes from is Morphe. That is what I started with and they're great. They're easy to work with. They blend well. They're on the medium price range, so you're getting good quality product for not expensive. Today I'm going to be using the Nikita Dragon palette. That is at Ulta or Sephora online now. And this palette is very colorful. So we're going to be using some of these fun pinks and purples to create a good, cool look. Starting out, for any makeup look that you're doing, you want to put a base on. So I'm going to go in with a color that is my skin tone, and I'm going to apply it all over my lid to create an even base before I start working with color. Okay, so to start, I'm doing a pink look. So I'm going to go with these three shades right here. So I have a very light pink, my kind of medium shade, and then instead of doing a darker pink, because I don't have one in this palette, I'm going to do a purple kind of in the corner. So I'm going to take this middle right here, and I'm going to get a good amount on here. I know it looks like a lot. Tap it out, and you want to make sure that you are getting a good amount on here. See, this is the crease I was talking about. We're going to make sure that we just blend it. Remember, I'm using a very fluffy brush. It's from e.l.f. and they're going to be labeled for blending if they're for blending. And they are great. I love e.l.f. brushes. And I am just getting all on this brow bone. Okay, kind of creating like this swoop look that I love. I'm going to go in, same color, same way. Just continuing to do circles, blending on this side, and I will be back. So for glitter or shimmer, I am going to go in with this really, really, really light shimmery pink right there, and I'm going to put that on my lid right around where I put that light pink color. A way to pick up that type of shimmer is to spray your brush with setting spray so it gets a little damp. I'm going to go in with the shimmer. And there we go. So the difference between a glitter and a shimmer is that a shimmer is not as chunky. It doesn't have chunks of sparkle in it. It's more of just a shimmery, creamy shadow that looks very similar to highlight. There we go. This is what that looks like on both eyes. It just brightens up that inner portion. And I'm going to go in with this very white shimmer. Put my finger and just do one of these. Oh, so cute. Both sides. Alright, so now I just like to go in and blend out anything to me now that looks too dull or too bright. Now we are going to move on to eyebrows. So for eyebrows, I use a brow gel. This is from ColourPop, but you can get brow gels really from anywhere. To me, it's the most simple, and I have really thick eyebrows, so this tends to work better for me than drawing on with a pomade or a pencil. So I'm just gonna get the excess product off and go in brushing my eyebrows up because I would like to accentuate my bushy eyebrows. And this will dry to hold its shape, keep my eyebrow hairs from flying in every direction, and it makes them just a little darker, which I really like. There we go, and I'm gonna let those dry a little bit. While those are drying, we are going to do our mascara. So, I'm using my Essence Lash Princess. This is a $5 mascara that works wonders. You can find it at any Ulta, Sephora, or drugstore. And I'm just going to go in and open my eyes as wide as possible, and I'm going to blink down on the brush to give me my desired length and look for my eyelashes. This one I'm kind of going to keep applying until they look thick and long, because this is one of my more dramatic looks now. Oh, very nice. Really gave me my length back while also making them look very thick and very long. Great, and I'm going to go in on the bottom just a little. Beautiful. I'm going to do the other eye and then show you what that looks like after. Okay, so we have done face, we have done contour, we have done blush, eyeshadow, eyebrows, mascara. We are now going to move on to lips, which is the second to last thing that we need to do. So I like to use a little bit of a moisturizer, just a regular chapstick on first. Wipe off any foundation that may have gotten on your lips, moisturize them. And then I like to apply a lip plumper. Now you can just apply any gloss. I like it better than lipstick. I think it stays longer and it's easier to apply than a lipstick. So the lip plumper that I like to use is Milani. This is on the higher end of drugstore makeup. It's very nice. They make great products that have great formulas. This one is called the Keep It Full Color Luminoso. Hopefully I said that right. And it has a very thick doe foot brush, and I just put it on. And you don't need to use a lip plumper. You can just use a regular lip gloss. Basically what it does is it'll just tingle, and over time it'll make your lips look plumpier, and you can bring this anywhere. It's really easy to apply. Yeah, so next we are going to apply highlighter, and I have this. I got this from TJ Maxx. So TJ Maxx is a little harder to come by than a drugstore, but it is the Stila Transcendence highlight. So this is actually, it's going to have a purpley pink tint to it, which is a little fun, a little different for our pink makeup look. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush, lightly go on here so it picks up a little bit of product. We're just going to apply it. Yeah. And it's going to give me a little pink iridescent shimmer. I like to go on the tip of my nose to give me a cute little button nose look. Then just with, I don't add any, whatever's extra I put right here to highlight that. So finally, if we're ready to go out to a party post-COVID, fully vaccinated, we are going to set our makeup. So I use the Morphe setting spray, but you can find anything similar in e.l.f., NYX, L'Oreal, any of those. I like to look for cruelty-free brands, and Morphe is known for being cruelty-free. e.l.f. is cruelty-free, and I'm pretty sure NYX is, but places like L'Oreal and Maybelline are not. So if that's something that's important to you, definitely look at that. It'll say on the packaging. It's a great thing to be aware of. So for the setting spray, it just sprays out in a mist, so I close my eyes And just spray a bunch evenly. Let it dry. Add some jewelry and a cute outfit, and you are ready to go post-COVID to a party.